Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for September 2021. We're going to jump right in here, Virgo, and take a look at what's going on for you. We're going to look at your current general energies in the first row. In your second row, we're going to look at anything unexpected that could be coming up for you. And in your last row, we're going to look at any advice from your guides. I am using the Tarot of the Mystical Moments here, if you're wondering what deck this is. Damn, Virgo. Happy birthday, by the way, to you Virgos out there, but wow, this looks really, really nice. Especially in this first row. So a lot of good stuff coming up for you. I've been saying to you for a while that I feel like things are kind of like improving here in a big way. So major improvements here, Virgo. I like this here. You start off with this Endless Possibilities card here. I would like to stay focused. There has been this energy. There's been an energy in the readings, I would say, that I feel are more that's like kind of talking about staying focused in the month of September for whatever reason. But I feel like you're, and again, it could be a good thing, but I'm kind of getting like Seven of Cups vibes off of this Endless Possibilities card, where it's like you're clearly working towards a goal in the world with the World card here. Ten of Pentacles, really nice with the Empress. So it's like you're going in the right direction. You're heading towards a glow up here, clearly with the Empress card. But I do feel that it's like as you kind of like as things increase, sometimes I think we start a business and we're like, oh, I'm going to start this business and then I'm going to do like 60 other things, right? And then we kind of get lost. And so I do feel there is like an energy here that is saying really good things are about to happen and things are going to be increasing, but make sure to stay focused so you don't get lost in the weeds. Make sure to just stay focused on like one thing here with this energy, especially with the Endless Possibilities card. You have the World, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Empress. Wow. I mean, this is clearly you standing out in the world. The Empress is kind of like glow up energy. It is the energy of empowerment as well, motherhood, all those other things. I seem to remember saying that if you're not trying to get pregnant, be careful. And I think I said that in your 4-month reading, the end of the year readings that I just did here, Virgo. So I would try to make sure that you, if you don't want to get pregnant, be careful. 2 cards of pregnancy, actually, the World and this card here, and a very sexy energy here between the Queen of Wands and King of Wands. Could be a lot of friction, a lot of sexiness, if you know what I'm talking about here. So, again, if you're trying to get pregnant, go for it. But if not, be careful is what I would say here. This is also amazing for just your own personal rebirth. The World, to me, is a birthing card. Normally, there's a lady inside the Earth circle here. It kind of represents being in the squeeze. The World is the last card in the Major Arcana, but it kind of like says you're being popped out the other side. You are going through a transition, or you're about to get a lot of attention, which is kind of like what I feel here. You even have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is always holding a sunflower, and the sunflowers represent attention. They represent the sun, right? So I feel there is clearly a lot of attention coming in for you here. I am getting here in this row that, like, if you're building a business, if you're trying to get a job, trying to get a promotion, whatever, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands says you need to get as much attention as you possibly can to get the things that you desire. The Hermit, your card. The Hermit is normally holding the star inside his lantern. He's shining his inner light, but he's not blasting his star all over the place. He's not, that star isn't out in the open. I feel like you need to blast your star all over the place with the Hermit card. I feel like you need to open up here in a big way, Virgo. And you have the Ten of Pentacles. For those of you, for those of you in business, this looks very good. For those of you in career, work, whatever, very, very good for you with the Ten of Pentacles. I feel just in general, I feel this first row is really good for those of you that are working on something, because I feel there's going to be a lot of abundance coming in for you with that Ten of Pentacles and the Empress as well. What I would say is that I would try to learn as much as you possibly can with that Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is kind of like a card of hidden or secret information. The other thing I'm getting is like circles. There's like these circles here. Like, look, it almost looks like a target there in the middle there, Virgo. I don't think that's what it's talking about. I think what it's saying is it's like, maybe I think what's going to happen between now and the end of 2025 when Neptune leaves Pisces is that people are going to be like learning to make money based off of a skill or something that you're good at, not necessarily a passion. I kind of, there are a lot of people who say don't start a passion-based business. I kind of agree with that, but I feel like it can work for some people. I think we should do what we're like really good at, like if we're really good at something, but it might not be a passion, right? But I feel like there's going to be like multiple ways to make money from whatever it is that you're doing, and I think that's what people need to realize is like, I think that I get this weird story popping into my head here, Virgo, where it's like, maybe you like to read tarot cards. It's like, I feel like what you don't realize is that there are like these circles out from there where you could also expand what you're doing. Very weird, because I feel like the reading is saying stay focused, but there's endless possibilities on how you can become successful. So just using tarot as an example, because that's what I do. It's like maybe you're reading locally, but then you could start on YouTube. You're making more money. Then maybe you could do a tarot course, and then maybe you could get on TV. It's like, there's like these expanding circles here. So I hope that makes sense. I feel like if you're starting a business or something, it's like I see like how it's like you're going to be doing the same thing, so you're going to be staying focused, but it's like all these possibilities exist within the thing that you're doing. And like I said, that's kind of like, I feel weird about it because I was getting that message at the beginning that was like saying, don't get lost in the weeds, or don't get lost, right? But I think as long as you're kind of like staying focused around one main idea, like one core idea, you're going to be very successful here, clearly. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have the Eagle Spirit. This card says Spirit has your back, so just keep soaring is what I'd say here, Virgo. This card is a card that says you can't see all the way around the earth. The eagle can fly very high, but he can't see all the way around the world. He can only see to a certain point, even though he can see very far. I feel like what's unexpected for you is that there are endless possibilities, that there are a lot of good things that are going to be coming in for you. You just don't see them yet. You have the Queen of Wands, the Hermit, and the Knight of Cups here. I feel you really need to be bold and really need to stand out with this Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is about wholehearted energy. She represents like being able to put your heart and soul into something. Could be anything. And she says, if you can do that, you will be very successful. So I feel like for a lot of you, you need to kind of like find the thing that you can put your heart and soul into here. And you show up here in a very strong position. So I feel like what could be unexpected this month as well is that maybe you're going to be feeling strong. You're going to be feeling bold, assertive. I feel like you're going to be feeling blessed this month as well. So really nice energy. And you have the Knight of Cups. I do feel for some of you who are looking for love, that there could be unexpected love coming in for you. It could be a water sign. I'm leaning more towards fire. You keep getting a fire sign in your readings. So I do feel for some of you that there's like a lingering fire sign energy. I'm also getting Aquarius now as well. So for some of you, there definitely could be like an Aquarius or even a Scorpio, I feel. If it's a water sign, it could be a Scorpio for sure. But those are the signs that are standing out to me. It could be any sign. This is a general reading, Virgo, but I do feel it could be like surprise love that comes in for you. This is Knight in Shining Armor, so it would be a really good person for you. For those of you who are not looking for love, again, this is you living some sort of dream. I feel differently about it. Because for some of you, I feel like it's almost like I see this reading as you being at the beginning of a dream, if that makes sense. But it's like it never was a dream. This is something that never was something that you wanted, but I feel like it's turning into a dream. Very exciting energy here, Virgo, is did I say Scorpio? Virgo, whatever I said, I don't know. But Virgo, I feel like this is very exciting because it's almost like you're at the beginning of a dream that you don't even realize is a dream here with this Knight of Cups energy. It's kind of how I feel about tarot for me personally, right? It's like I never in a million years thought I'd be reading tarot for a living, basically. I went to school for law enforcement, so, totally different than what I thought I was going to be doing here. But basically, like I said, now I'm living the dream. Look at me now, right? But what I would say here is that I feel like that's going to happen to you. It's like you're doing something like that's different maybe than you thought. You always get these readings that represent some sort of goal, wish, or dream. And, with the world, I've said to you many times in the past that I feel some of you are kind of getting a second chance here. That's always in the background of your readings, but this is very different. This is a change. And I feel like some of you are about to step into a dream. So that's like what's unexpected. Next, in the area of the advice from your guides, you have the Freedom card. I do feel like you are being set free, and I also feel this could be unexpected as well. So even though, this is not the area of the unexpected, I feel like your guides are saying there is like unexpected freedom coming in for you here. You do need to see it. You have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords. Both cards represent not seeing something. Both cards, traditionally, the lady has a blindfold on both of these cards. Your answer, your solution is the King of Wands here. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I feel like you're being set free here with this energy. You have the Eight of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Again, normally the lady on the Eight of Swords has a blindfold on, and normally the lady on the Two of Swords has a blindfold on as well. The King of Wands to me is just saying you need to go forward boldly. He is like the card of like vision and intent. He sets a vision, he sees something that he wants to accomplish, and he makes it happen, right? And I feel like that's what you need to do. The Eight of Swords, Two of Swords is doubts and comfort zones, basically. Both cards together is kind of like just not wanting to leave where you have always been. So I would say that it's time to leave a comfort zone here. It is interesting, King and Queen of Wands, divine counterparts. So for those of you that are looking for love, this to me would say that you could be finding a divine counterpart. Definitely a lot of passion, a lot of spiciness here between the two of you, I'm sure. So, that looks good. If you're in a relationship, this looks pretty good as well. What I would say is if you're in a relationship, you could be hoping for kind of, I feel like things need to be, something needs to change here if you're currently in a relationship. So I would make that happen. I don't think this is a bad thing, by the way, Virgo. This is a little bit stuck. So some of you, if you're currently in a relationship, you could be feeling a little stuck, or maybe you want more spiciness in the relationship. Again, what I would say here is communicate. I feel like you could easily fix that if you wanted to. But Virgo, let's see where this is going. We're going to clarify this. And we're going to see what's up with you. By the way, this is the Arcana Lenormand, but you have the Way showing up here between the World and the Queen of Wands here. It's been that card has like a maze on it. It's not a traditional Lenormand card, that card, and it has like a maze on it. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera, but there's a maze in the middle. So that's that. But I feel like it has been a maze for you to, figure out where you're going in your life. I feel like it's been very difficult for you to figure out like what goals you want. I also feel like kind of like what I'm getting intuitively off of that card is like a change in the seasons, but I feel like the seasons are you. So it's like maybe you had a goal. You wanted to go travel the world. Maybe you wanted to move. Maybe you wanted to start a business. And then when it came time to like do that thing, I feel like your feelings changed about it. So it's like you were always kind of being steered away from something is like the energy I get here, where it's like you thought you wanted to do something, and then when it came time to do it, then you wanted to do something else. So that's kind of like a weird message, but it's like you're being guided, so I feel like you're being guided to exactly to what you're supposed to be doing. Between the Ten of Pentacles and the Hermit, love it. You have the Coffin. The Coffin is your new life. So it is time. You are the third sign that has had the Coffin for these September readings. I've done a bunch of them already, so definitely seems to be a major energy right now. The Coffin is a card that says you are inside the coffin. It is time for you to step outside the coffin into your new life. The World. The World is a card of rebirth. So I feel like you're being reborn. It's almost like you're discovering your purpose here. Between the Empress and the Knight of Cups, you have the Bear. I actually love this card. It can be a card of overbearing energy, like too much pressure on you. Here, I do feel for some of you, it can represent like a boss at work or a person in your life who's always putting pressure on you here. So some of you might need to set yourself free from that. It could represent like standing under the shadow of something as well, like a person, like a parent or, like an authority figure or something like that. But the good news with the Bear is that it's like that pressure is what causes the change. It's that pressure that causes you to make some sort of change in your life as well. So it can actually be a very good card. I love it. Not only that, it is a card of great progress. It is a card of, making a huge leap forward, which this whole entire reading kind of looks like you're doing. Between the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Swords, you have the Lady. The Lady is a card of existing problems being resolved. It is a card of solutions. And that is the Ace of Spades. I kind of feel like that is your energy at this time, where you're kind of looking for quick solutions is what I'm getting. Good energy. I like it. Between the Hermit and the King of Wands, you have the Letter. The Letter is a card of communication. And so I do feel like some of you could be getting communication. To me, it's like more a card of fears as well. To me, this is the Seven of Spades in the playing card reading system, by the way. And the Seven of Spades is like internal fears that don't exist. So I feel for a lot of you, it is time to let go of your fears. Between the Knight of Cups and the Two of Swords, you have the boat. This is like a ship on the ocean here. I mean, this is the ship. It's like a boat on the ocean. So I feel for a lot of you that this could, it basically represents going from one place to another. It just represents a change. Two of Swords. It's time to go to the new lands. It's time to, it's time to get into the water and get to the other side. Normally on the Two of Swords, there's a lady. She's sitting on a bench. There's water behind her, and then there's new land beyond that. It's time to make a change. Top row, you have the cross. Every single sign has had the cross this month, and the cross is like having a burden, carrying a burden, having a heavy weight, basically, carrying a heavy burden in your life. It can it's kind of like the Ten of Wands, but not. It can say that you're carrying a heavy weight, and it could say maybe it's time to put it down, but it's more of a card of getting to the other side. It's more, it's similar to the Ten of Wands, but it's more about kind of, getting to the village. Normally on the Ten of Wands, the guy is walking towards the village. He's about to release his burden, but his focus is about releasing the burden. Here, the focus is more on getting to the village, getting to the goal, if that makes sense. It's a little bit less on, releasing the burden. Here, middle row, the clover. I love 2 6s. To me, 2 6s. You have the 6 of clubs and the 6 of diamonds here. 2 6s and the Lenormand is super positive. It basically says you're going the right direction, you're on the right path. The clover is a great card of luck and abundance and good things coming in for you. And you have the star, 3 6s, even better. The star is a card of luck. It is a card of a turnaround as well in the Lenormand. This is the 6 of hearts. The star is a card of that says try again. It's funny that I said earlier that all your readings get this kind of like second chance thing where it's like, try again, try something again. And there it is, right there. You have the turnaround. So love it. Definitely a glow up reading is what I would say. I feel like the glow up is real with the Empress here. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards as well here, Virgo. I actually grabbed 2 for this first one, but we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. If you need time to think of your questions, just feel free to pause the video. 1, 2, 3. If you don't have questions, we're going to put them all together at the end as well. For question number 1, if I can get these up, you have the 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. The 3 of Wands. I feel like saying, yes, it is time to get moving, because 4 of Pentacles, sitting where you have always been, 3 of Wands, waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment to do anything. I feel like this is saying, yes, it is time to get moving here, Virgo. For question number 2, you have the Strength card. I would say yes, especially if you're asking about doing something that is hard here, Virgo. The Strength card is a card of strength, obviously, card of patience, but it's also a card of doing something that requires strength, like, doing something that could be hard to do. So, yes, do it. And for question number 3, you have the Chariot. Yes, damn, Virgo. Definitely a victory coming in for you. For a lot of you, it looks like you're moving, or you're moving on to something new. It's like you're going from one thing to another here. I know that sounds very simple, but, I feel like you're going in the right direction, plain and simple. And Chariot is victory, so yes. Putting that all together, I just feel like there's a victory coming in for you with that Chariot card. It's like you don't really know where you're going. You don't know what you're doing. The Chariot driver doesn't really know what he's doing. The 2 Sphinxes in front of him are kind of guiding him on his path. So, they kind of represent the mysteries of the universe, and they represent being guided by the universe as well. Really nice reading here, Virgo. I love it. So thank you for being here, Virgo. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.